10 minutes in crypto, Crypto Alchemist. Today we look at the ICO offering by INS. What is INS? INS is claiming to be the first shopping decentralized network connecting grocery manufacturers and consumers. Token sale is scheduled to start in 13 days and I believe it ends around Christmas Day. So let's see how all this works. Consumers buy directly from the manufacturers, eliminating the need for the retailer like the Tesco, Sainsbury's, Walmart, etc., etc., by using smart contracts. This is where the INS token comes in. The INS token acts as basically a loyalty program for the consumers. So what are the benefits of this? So just scroll down. It eliminates the retailer shop and dealing direct with the manufacturer, which means more fresher produce. Obviously, it doesn't have to go to the retailer and then back to you again, so you skip that process. Groceries can be bought online just like online shopping that we already know, providing unlimited access to suppliers, but obviously of the choice of the INS program. So obviously, if certain manufacturers don't sign up to the INS network, obviously you won't have access to them. So it's has the limit of INS basically. So we come to that a little bit later, who they have on board, who they're looking to have on board shortly. The manufacturers would also benefit because they would have full control of products and pricing. They would have advanced information on supply need, which could also, with a good management system, drive down costs, I expect, to the manufacturing process, passing it on to the consumers. Manufacturers can market and give special offers direct to the consumers or customers. They would also be able to get accurate feedback quickly, which is very, very important in a fast-moving environment. Looking at what manufacturers they're planning to start out with, which are here, are these in talk or are they signed contracts? These memoranda, who knows? But they seem to be aiming at some of the bigger hitters on the market, like Mars and Unilever, just two, for example. Does this mean the end for retail supply supermarkets? Well, I very much doubt it, as people always need to have instant convenience over waiting. Well, imagine opening the fridge in the morning and you go for the milk and for your cup of tea, and to be shocked you've run out. Of course, you would head straight to the shop in town rather than order it and wait to the following day or even the same day, later the same day. But how much of the market could INS possibly cover? I think this is the key to making it all work, really. So looking down the page, this is the team behind INS. They seem to be all linked in, which is a good sign, along with pictures. So we won't actually check all these out in this review, but feel free to take a look for yourself. It just goes through the list for you. Team experience, whatever that means. Partners and suppliers. Okay, so you can see an extensive list of supporters and suppliers, not stating which one is which. Looking down, the token sale starts on November the 27th. There is basically a total of, I read earlier, it's not showing up here now, 150,000 up for grabs in total. The target for them to try and sell is 100,000 tokens. If they sell less than 30,000 tokens by the end of the ICO, they will put the project on hold and refund everybody's investment. If they reach 150,000 tokens, the ICO will end, and according to them in the white paper, which we'll come to in a minute, all unsold tokens will be burnt. Currently, one Ethereum is 300 INS, which basically works out just a fraction over $1 a token. I think it was $1.03 or something like that. The token will be actually using the EIP20 protocol, so it's an ERC20 token, which is great for people with MyEther wallet and other IM wallet and certain other wallets which accept the ERC20 tokens. Great thing about this is you can also pay for the tokens via Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, or even they're stating bank transfer, which is nice to see. A fiat gateway to an ICO without an exchange, or the exchange all built in. They've provided the contract address here, so you can easily add the tokens to your MyEther wallet. And they haven't given the decimal, but that can be found. You can find the decimal by dividing, I believe, the token amount by 100,000 to get its user representation. Okay, so let's have a look at the token allocation. 60% token sales contributors, 15% goes to the team, 5% advisors, early supporters, bounty, and 20% to the reserve fund. Okay, so just having a look at the top here, we have, I think that, yeah, basically concludes this page. Just having a look at the media. I've actually clicked on them and they are actually all working. Some of the graphics seem to be quite low quality. I believe they just want to get it up, which is not that important really. The information is more important at the moment. They can work on the graphics later. Okay, so the media blog is working fine. Just have a look. Here we are. This is the graphics I was on about. This is Facebook. They're up and running. 4,605 people like this, and they've got 4,700 people following. 4.7. Based in Russia, Moscow, the capital. So seem to be doing okay here. They are actually putting announcements out, which is good. So that's up and running. Going over to Twitter, yes, they're here too. Seem to be using the same graphics. Bitty graphics, they're using it for over all the platforms, but at least they got the information up, and that's what people want over the graphics. 2,928 followers, 536 likes, and pretty much the same. They've got several posts, so they are making posts. That's good. Look over to the Telegram, and yes, that's up. There's 3,505 members, which is pretty good, really, to be honest. Just scroll through here and see what's going on. Seems to be people joining the group frequently, so obviously this is looking quite good. Well, I like that. That's all up and running and working. So they know their stuff. They're doing the right stuff. Okay, so let's go over to we go straight over to the white paper actually. This is the one pager. Let me just go through this quickly. The problem: the global grocery retailers have acquired a dominant market share and high concentration. They have increased influence over manufacturers and consumers, and subsequently limit consumer choice of command control over pricing. Manufacturers have been forced to optimize for the retail supply chain, not quality, and spend 17% of the costs on trade marketing directed on retailers and wholesalers, not consumers. Okay, so the INS solution, the only global decentralized online manufacturer to consumer platform. We've all heard this before, enabling consumers to purchase directly from the manufacturers without the intermediation of retailers, powered by a self-regulating community of consumers and manufacturers. Smart contracts enable manufacturers to run bespoke loyalty programs and reward their consumers in INS tokens. Okay, so they're claiming how it works. All manufacturers will be able to list and sell products directly to consumers, gain customer feedback, and reward loyal customers. Smart contract power loyalty programs. Blockchain makes the supply chain more efficient and trims costs. The INS ecosystem will be deployed in the largest cities around the world with all necessary infrastructure to make it operational. Yes, they targeted 8 major cities to start this ICO project. Saying here also that during 4 years in the grocery industry, we have received hundreds of requests from both small independent manufacturers and the world's largest FMCG companies to sell their products directly to consumers. We have signed memoranda of understanding. That's not a contract, that's of understanding with these companies. So there we are, they've explained a little bit more. Okay, we've been through this. On the other one, I'm just going to go over to the white paper now. Okay, so we're going to go over to the household expenditure spent on groceries, as you can see. There's a breakdown. We're going to scroll down. We're just going to do this live on the fly. European Union, rest of the world. Okay. Obviously, I do recommend to research all this yourself. Make sure things are the same as I'm reading you now. They do change things. Looking at the online grocery market. So these are the most concentrated points. Obviously, China being by 2020 being number one. This is the top 10. Scrolling down, most important grocery purchasing decisions drive consumers, prices, obviously, product quality. So price over quality. I wouldn't agree on that, but to myself personally, convenience, yes. Special promotion, yes. Store cleanliness. That's going to be your house or the room you're ordering from with your laptop, because you won't be visiting the store. Selection, assortment, yes, and staff. You wouldn't have any staff, but maybe customer support would be your staff in this instance. Okay, scrolling down further, there was a few points. You've seen some of these, which I've gone through before. I was looking at a couple of points I wanted to come to. That's something I didn't see before. Okay, so they'll be offering gluten-free and organic products. Excuse me. Okay, so here is just an example of what an app would look like, which basically will be available for Android and iOS, no doubt, and tablets and PC, and it looks very much like your normal Asda or Walmart or Tesco's or Sainsbury's or whatever supermarket you use around the world. They're online apps, so it's good. Looking down, there's a roadmap. Okay, so we're currently in quarter 3, or actually going into quarter 4 now. Okay, so first quarter 2018 development of the INS platform. Okay, so what good one to look for? Okay, so the first milestone is the implementation of the decentralized INS platform. Down. Here we go. Okay, they plan to use cities for expansion based on the population size, income level, and grocery market concentration ratio. Okay, so this is the preliminary cities list. So Los Angeles, New York, London, Paris, Hong Kong, Seoul, Singapore, and Tokyo. So we come down to the token sale. There's some other information here that wasn't supplied. Yes, the hard cap is 150,000 as first stated. So having a look, there is actually bonuses, which weren't mentioned earlier. So day 1, above 100 ETH, 10 to 100, and below 10. I think most people, unless you're aware of, would actually fit in this level here. So let's say you're going to invest less than 10 ETH, which is probably more unlikely for most people. Day 1, 20% bonus. That'd probably be bonus tokens, I would have thought. Day 2 to 7, 15%. The second week would be 5%, and weeks 3 to 4, you would get nothing. So if you want to get as much tokens as possible and take advantage of the bonuses, then it'd be a good idea to get in on the first week for certain. So after the first day, you still get your 15% bonus, which is pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to look down. I think that's covered about everything, I believe. Just to, as I'm scrolling down, in case I find something else, as I'm doing it on the fly live, if, firstly, just make sure you read through all this yourself so you understand everything. Don't invest more than you can afford. and I am not a financial advisor. I never want to be one. So there you go, there you have it. So that's about it for the ICO review for INS. If you're interested, go over to the site, which you can see there. I'll leave a link down below so that you can click on it and go directly to the site. And if you like the video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any comments, please leave them down below and I will try my best to answer them. I'm sure someone else will step in and answer them on my behalf. Okay, that's it for this one. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.